Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Behind the Scenes at Solent Turf, where we're documenting our David versus Goliath battle as we try to build a builder's merchants alongside our family turf farm, competing against huge private equity money and some of the oldest companies around. So as always, smash that like button and hit subscribe to continue watching our journey to see if these two underdogs can cause an upset. Coming up on this week's episode, I've managed to lose half of the footage. George puts in a 4-hour work week after an incident with some raw chicken. And my dad, and he's just my dad. I'm Jack, and this is Building a Family Business, episode 15. Cue the music. We have not had a good start to Monday morning. That is not where the robotic arm is supposed to be. Something's just snapped on it as it went round to put these 5 on the pallet. It's just crashed down behind the back of the machine. We're just trying to investigate now and see what snapped. I think I can see a bolt that's snapped out of the top of the hydraulic ram, so hopefully it's just that. I've just picked up the Land Rover to take some tools and the battery round. Luckily we've got our old harvester part around there, so we're going to chuck a battery on that and we'll have to cut on there today to get these orders out. Not the best start to the week. It's not how that we had rain all weekend, so the fields are horrible. And also George is not in. He thinks he's got food poisoning. So my dad's trying to get George's deliveries out as well as his own. So yeah, we're really up against it today now. Oh, we are so far behind on orders this morning. To make matters even worse, we've got hailstone and winds come back in. Oh, this is horrendous. This is good old British farming for you. That's my dad finally gone out with his first load, eventually got it cut and loaded. That's going to be the last week that his lorry's on the road for us as well. We managed to get the arm on the harvester back into its home position, but unfortunately, like usual, it's not a straightforward fix of just putting a bolt through like we thought it might have been. It has bent the metal arm and cracked it as well, so it's going to have to come off and be welded up. We just backed it out by the gateway now. We've got our fitter coming out to take a look at it. That means one thing, handing it over to our tamed engineer. Now some say that he doesn't sleep, he just gets put on charge. And others that when a pretty lady talks to him, his helmet lifts up. All we know is, it's not the Stig. It's the Not the Stig's prison escapee cousin. When Not the Stig sees this, he's going to be furious. After a day and a half of intense grinding, welding and hammering, prison Not the Stig could finish his community service and we were back in action. Yes! Cutting turf. I really need to lay off the Clarkson jokes, I think. If there's people ever see this show, I'm so getting sued. Today's going to be a good day, I can already tell. We are back. We're back in action. The sun is shining. George is back, so we've got 2 lorries back on the road. Right, bro.
How we doing?
You're back then.
Oh.
You look like you've lost a few pounds. It's been on that food poisoning diet.
I have. Lost like nearly 2 kilos in 48 hours.
Did you? The big question is, before all that happened, did you get golfing on the weekend?
Yeah, I did actually.
You did, of course you did. How'd you get on?
Level par.
Level par, wow.
Yeah, 71.
That's the second time on the channel you've hit level par.
I eagled the first.
We don't really care what you've done on each hole.
Birdied the
We don't care, we don't care. Anyway, what's golf tip of the week?
Oh, don't get food poisoning. Okay, my golf tip of the week is when you're chipping, keep the club head in front of your hands.
Nice, George's golf tip of the week. This is the last load that this lorry will ever take for Salient Surf. Just a nice easy little quarter half load for her to see her on her way. Sad to see it go, Dad.
Very sad. Get the truck.
All the stickers are off it now, look. Looks really weird without the sign writing on it. Doesn't matter how much they cost or how fancy they are, you still make the same money with them, don't you? And she's gone. It's probably going to get exported as well, so not likely to see it on the roads of the UK anytime soon. I'm up at one of our fields. This section here is about a year old, so it's still got a little bit more growing on to do before we harvest it. We just noticed that the moles have started working up here. I'm just going to try and set a couple of traps now, prevent them from spreading out further into the field and doing even more damage. You're never going to believe this, guys, because although the site office is now full of all my crap, we've finally started using it. I've just had a quick meeting with a sales rep that dropped in to see us, who are potentially going to supply us with all of our nuts and bolts and screws and metal cleats for the gravel boards. I do like landscaping membrane. Just looking through the catalogue now that they left me, actually. It's where you draw the line though, where do you stop? I'd buy everything if I could, but it's whether we can sell it or not. So yeah, I think they're going to be a good supplier to know. In fact, they supply such a wide range of things, means that we can quickly expand out our product range, what we're able to offer. George has just gone out to price a little turfing job up, so I'm just waiting for him to come back with all the information for that, so we can get that priced up this afternoon and sent back to the customer. My dad's now back in the yard as well. He's going to sort out his old lorry this afternoon. We've still got that big blue Mercedes here, it's in the barn. So he needs to take that down to whoever he sold it to. I don't actually know who bought it in the end. And then yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the week. That is it, guys. A much shorter episode this week, I'm afraid. With George being off ill and the bad weather, I didn't get to film as much as I usually do. And on top of that, we've had our first IT issue where somehow I've managed to lose about half an hour of filming. I have no idea how I've managed to do that, which has made the episode even shorter, so apologies for that. As usual, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. I hope you've enjoyed the shorter episode of Building a Family Business, episode 15. I'll see you on the next one.